The Toronto Raptors followed up what was their most dominating performance of the season in their win against Atlanta on Monday, with an even more convincing 143-100 smackdown of the San Antonio Spurs, as the Raptors now improved to 5-3 with their second straight blowout win before they travel to Dallas to take on the Mavs on Friday night. What's going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. In this one, we're talking Raptors again, so make sure you smack that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, plus ring the bell for more videos just like this. And you can also keep the conversation rolling with me on social media. That is Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So yes, I know Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson were out for the San Antonio Spurs, but you still can't take away what we saw in this game for the Raps. Let's start with Gary Trent Jr. He had 24 points, 2 steals. He's shooting it 38.7% from 3, which is standard for him, but his efficiency from inside of the arc is drawing a lot of attention. It is over 50% right now for the first time in his career. He's averaging 20 points per game, which would be a career best. He's definitely going to get a lot of attention in free agency if he continues to play like this. Pascal Siakam had 22 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds, another triple-double, his second triple-double of this young season. And Anunoby had 18 points, 5 steals, 5 rebounds. Barnes had 15 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. More on these 3 players later on. Boucher was magnificent from off the bench. He had 17 points, 3 3-pointers made, 8 rebounds. Delano Banton had 13 points and 3 3-pointers made. And Precious Achiuwa had 12 points and 6 rebounds. The Raptors set the following single-game franchise records in their win over the Spurs, with made field goals being 57, points in the paint being 76, and the margin of victory on the road by 43. This performance by the Raptors was so impressive that the Spurs broadcast were praising the Raptors. Now, Fred VanVleet was out for the second straight game with back tightness, but the Raptors did get Otto Porter Jr. back after missing the first 5 games of the year and all of training camp with hamstring tightness, and then games on Friday and Monday after the birth of his daughter. Porter Jr. played just 11 minutes and took 2 shots, both threes making 1. Let's talk about Scotty Barnes now, who once again did a solid job at the point in place of Fred VanVleet. Scotty Barnes had the ball in his hands plenty to start the game, and once again showed why he's such a compelling option as a point guard for this team. You can't ignore the fact that Barnes can make plays with the ball in his hands at his size. His running lob to Christian Koloko was 1. And then he hit Chris Boucher for an open 3 and layup, which were some other examples. Scotty Barnes has every tool to be the point guard of the future for the Raps. When Barnes has the ball in his hands, good things happen. He finished this game with 15 points and 5 assists. Now let's talk about OG Anunoby. He had 3 steals in the first quarter, and he finished this game with 5. Let's not forget, he had 6 against the Hawks. So now that's 11 steals through 2 games for OG Anunoby. He did all of this both as an on-ball defender and by playing off the ball and jumping into passing lanes. OG Anunoby is making an early strong case for the all-defensive team. His defense continues to get even better, and it's great to see his offense coming along too. He had 18 points on 12 shots. The Raptors' defense has been stifling during these last 2 games, and OG's been a big part of that. I also got to shout out Christian Koloko, who's given the Raptors so much rim protection. Koloko gives the Raptors a true shot blocking threat, one they have not had in a while. His 2.3 blocks per 36 minutes entering Wednesday's game was already the 14th highest mark in the league. Opponents are shooting just 59.1% at the rim against Koloko, the best mark on the team among players defending at least 1 shot at the rim per game. Now we gotta talk Pascal Siakam. And I'm saving Pascal Siakam last here because, I mean, you gotta save the best for last. And right now, Pascal Siakam is playing his absolute best basketball. Pascal Siakam might have put it out in the universe when he said that he wants to be a top 5 player in this league. Siakam is playing terrific right now, and I can't critique any part of his game even if I wanted to. Siakam notched his second triple-double of the season in just 27 minutes. He finished with 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists before sitting down for the 4th quarter of the Raptors' blowout win. The game seems way too easy for Siakam at the moment. Defenders just can't keep up. And it's Siakam's playmaking skills that have been standout as well. Siakam has actually taken over the team lead in assists at 7.9 a game. He's well on his way to career highs in points, rebounds, assists, and he's been the best player on this Raptors team as the Raptors are doing the most important thing, and that's winning these games. So I know a lot of Raptors fans have been talking about the elephant in the room, especially after these two blowout impressive wins. I'm going to propose the question right now. Are the Raptors better without Fred VanVleet? Here's my take on this. I think the Raptors are better with Fred VanVleet. I'm not going to overreact to these two games. And I'm also not going to dismiss the defense, shooting, and veteran presence Fred brings to this team. Before we jump the gun, let's give Fred the benefit of the doubt that this is just a funk that he's in. I have noticed, though, that Fred VanVleet has been more passive this season, which is what you want from your floor general. He's looking to get his teammates involved rather than just chucking up shots. What I will say, though, is even with Fred coming back, I'd like to see the ball in Scotty Barnes' hands a lot more. And if Scotty Barnes can spend more time in that facilitator's role, I think this will continue to benefit the Raptors long term. The Raptors have a lot of talent on this team, and that's a good problem to have. The Raptors are going to be a problem this season, and there's more to come. You simply cannot overlook what the Raptors have done over these last couple of contests. Let's see if they could keep it going, though. They got a big matchup against the Mavericks. They're going to be going up against Luka Doncic, who I think has now scored 30-plus points in 7 straight games. So if there's one defensive team that can put an end to that, it is the Toronto Raptors. Let's see if they can do that. But we will see how this team continues to play. But right now, they are seemingly clicking on all cylinders. What has your reaction been to the Raps thus far? Let me know your comments down below. Again, hit the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Plus, ring the bell for more Raptors and NBA content this season. This is Luca Rosano signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you all again in the next video.